So yeah, like how people, say like like it's entertainment, like it's not real. I'm not saying that like him getting the ring is not real, but the entertainment, who wins certain things like that, some people have different thoughts about that aspect. But what I can say about Jake Paul that I do like, especially the little, the information I have researched about Jake Paul, I feel like he is very dedicated. I feel like whatever he put his mind to, he gonna give it 110%. That's what I noticed, even from the outside looking in, even with his YouTube channel. So I definitely feel like he is, taking it serious to a certain extent for sure. And I don't even want to say a certain extent, but I could just tell in that. Let me just say it that way with Jake Paul. That's one thing I can see. Like whatever he do, he gonna go all in. He has I always say this about Jake too, his business mind. Like in and out the ring, how he move and his strategy. Like his strategy game is elite to me. So
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't think nobody want to get hit and say, it's not, it's not real. It's not like he need the money to go in there and say, oh, I'm gonna fight AJ, and this is just gonna be you know, one of them things because I just want to fight AJ. I don't look at it like that. I don't think no one will want to get hit, especially by AJ. You talk about a true heavyweight, and just say, I don't. That's why it's like when you question that, it's just to me, it's just I just feel like Jake Paul is he just don't follow tradition. He's just totally different guy. He come in the sport and people don't like change. When you come in the sport and you don't do it the way how everybody else is doing it, and you put a change, you change something up. Yeah, they're gonna talk about it because you're not doing it how everybody else is doing it. So now there's a lot of questions, whether it's real, whether it's not. But no, I don't think nobody want to get hit and stay fake and call it fake just for
yeah, and I'm
I don't
not
think that's
saying
it.
not to cut you up. I'm not saying like just like it's fake, but you would still have to question. Like once again, like you said, he came in like in a different way too. So it is a difference. He did fight Tommy Fury, but he lost. When he fought against a real boxer, he lost.
Split decision. But his caliber, that should have been
But
that.
he
Yeah,
lost.
he did.
It's no, I know you said split decision. A L is a L. We could, if that's the case, come on now.
L is a L,
Hold on,
but
come
L
on
is
now. We
also
can go. We
lessons.
can go.
Yeah, that's true. L is
Right.
a L. No, he no. Let me just say he did lose against Tommy Fury. That's just be real clear. But he lost given the amount of look at his his skills. I
Right.
mean,
No, not saying that Jake is not
yeah,
doing good.
yeah,
No, that's why I said
yeah.
you could still tell Jake is taking it
Oh
serious.
yeah, for
You could
sure, for
still
sure.
tell that Jake's all. Like I said, I don't want to just like make it seem like I'm not saying like Jake not handling or taking care of his business, but I'm just saying from the outside looking in, somebody how boxing is. I'm just saying those is questions you got to think those still in your
No, no.
in your mind, like how Jake is moving, who he's fought, like he's fought certain UFC people, certain stuff like that. And if you want to be considered the best, you got to make sure you fighting certain people, rank people in certain things. So that's why I said this is a key fight. This is a step up, and I feel like Jake Paul will gain more respect, especially fighting somebody like AJ, because
Yeah.
we get to see how AJ has had his moments too and has taken his L's too. So anything can happen in boxing. So I would Jake Paul beat AJ?
See,
Yeah.
there's levels to the sport of boxing. There's
Mm-hmm.
definitely levels to the sport, and again, the approach that Jake Paul is taking is a lot different. And again, I respect anybody who, for one, gets in the ring. Period. That workout is for real. That's not. That's I mean, that's real talk. You do 3 rounds of just hitting the bag, shadow, but not yeah. That's a lot. That's the workout for one is real. All of it to me is just like when you come in doing something different, people gonna paint this narrative. When you come in and you don't do what people expect you to do, and you do what you want to do, people gonna paint a narrative. So I just think he's coming in doing it different, a lot different than most. And I just think he came in boxing, changing the game up altogether. Let me just say this: MVP came in, and they give the women in the sport the most respect, hands down. Again, I've been on the officiating side for 20 years. They came in, saw a need for it, and they give these women a platform that they probably would have never got before. Period. And that right there. I respect everything he's doing in boxing. So, yeah, as far as him as a boxer, I just think okay, he loves the sport. He's trying to elevate. He's doing the right things to elevate. And yeah, definitely, Jake Paul is a real boxer. You know, that's for sure. Whether he's fighting Mike Tyson, AJ, uh, Fury, he's a real boxer. Anybody getting in that ring is considered a real boxer. That's just in my opinion.
Absolutely. And let's highlight, some of the people that's going to be on the undercard. Since you talked about women, well, we don't really have to touch on it, but we know like uh Alicia Baumgardner is going to be on there. Is it Sharnika Johnson? Okay, Griffin, Marley. So so that is definitely something that's very key that you touched on too about as far as MVP. That's one thing I do like highlighting the women part.
Yeah.
It's I mean, not just highlighting, but actually promoting the women, helping the women, especially in the financial aspect too, just in the overall business side. So that is, that's very key what Jake Paul and MVP Promotions is doing on that side as well. So definitely.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I mean, so it's gonna be a good fight. December 19th in Miami. In Miami. So we'll see. I think a lot of people gonna be tuned in because again, this is AJ and this is Jake Paul. So people, you know, they don't want to see what's gonna go down if AJ Chin can hold up against that right hand.
and I do want to make one last key point, and it's on Netflix, so that's
Oh, right
another
there.
thing I like too, because boxing is real pricey. They be like in our pockets. So at least with Netflix, it's not like no, you gotta pay like over $50 or $60 if you got the Netflix, subscription. So that's another thing I like because Jake Paul stuff usually is on Netflix. Everybody can watch it. Feel like more eyes is more willing and more available to watch it too. So yeah, definitely gonna be a lot of people. So hopefully we touched on it. I might have to talk about that at another time. But I feel like we touched
Yeah,
on
I
it.
just feel like they could probably get a bad name because he's doing what he want to do. Again, to your point, Netflix is free. He's not charging.
Mm-hmm.
He's giving the women a platform. That's a thing. He's coming in fighting these people that he want to fight. How you want to, that's a thing. So when you go in and you don't follow rules, you don't follow tradition. He's gonna be called all kind of stuff. But he gonna be called a winner on December the 19th against AJ.
Okay, so yeah, we definitely gonna see who gonna win that fight. I'm not making no I'm not making no predictions. I'm just looking, listen, I'm just looking to see a 3 punch combo, the supporters. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But you gotta subscribe, you gotta hit the like, you gotta hit the notification. Make sure you follow us too on our IG page at 3 punch combo as well. You already know what time it is. It's Continue the Boxing Truth. We got Low behind the scenes. Low, say what up though.
What up,
And it's the Queen Micah K. You know what time it is.